Welcome to Connix, your global audio mentor. What if the biggest lie you were ever told was this? You need money to make money. What if the truth is far more uncomfortable and far more powerful? In 2026, the real currency is not cash. It is attention, skill, trust, consistency, and problem-solving ability. Every year, millions of people wait for the right time, the right investment, or the right opportunity. And every year, those who win are not the richest, but the most intentional. This is not a motivational speech. This is a reality map for people who are tired of surviving and are ready to build something meaningful, starting with nothing but themselves. The brutal reality of 2026. Let's be honest. Jobs are no longer guarantees. Degrees are no longer protection. Savings are shrinking under inflation, and comfort is becoming more expensive than risk. But here's the part most people miss. At no point in human history has it been this possible to earn without money if you are willing to invest something far more difficult. Your time, your learning capacity, your discipline. The internet has removed gatekeepers, but it has exposed something else. Most people fail because they lack resources. They fail because they lack direction and patience. Two paths: quick cash versus long-term freedom. Before we talk about methods, we must talk about intent. There are two types of income without financial investment. One, quick cash, to survive, stabilize, breathe. Two, long-term income, to grow, compound, and eventually gain freedom. Confusing these two is why many people quit. Quick cash pays bills. Long-term income builds identity. You need both, but you must know which one you're pursuing at each stage. Quick cash, trading time for immediate value. Let's start with reality. If you need money now, do not chase passive income. Chase problems people already want solved. Examples that work globally: freelance services, virtual assistants, content writing, video editing, basic graphic design, social media management, online tutoring, language translation, data entry at entry level, customer support, remote. None of these require money. They require learning plus execution. The difference between those who earn and those who don't is not talent, it's speed of application. Many people spend months learning. Winners learn just enough, then start. A real example: the invisible worker. Consider this. A 24-year-old man with no degree starts offering email management services online. He doesn't call himself a business owner. He calls himself useful. At first, he earns $5 per hour, then $10, then $20. Within 2 years, he manages inboxes for 5 executives and earns more than many office managers without ever stepping into an office. What changed? Not his intelligence, his reputation for reliability. In 2026, reliability is rare and therefore expensive. Long-term income, building assets without money now. Now let's talk about freedom. Long-term income does not come from working more hours. It comes from building assets. But here's the key truth. Assets don't always start as money. They start as systems, content, trust, or skill stacks. Examples of zero capital assets: a YouTube channel, a podcast, a newsletter, a personal brand, a niche skill, a community, a documented journey. None require money. All require consistency. Content creation, the most misunderstood opportunity. People say YouTube is saturated. So is TikTok. So is blogging. Let's be honest. Water is everywhere, but only clean water is valuable. The problem is not saturation. The problem is lack of clarity and patience. Content is not about going viral. It is about becoming useful, trusted, and recognizable. One video can change nothing. 100 videos can change everything. Why most people quit too early. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Most people stop not because it doesn't work, but because it doesn't work fast enough to feed their ego. They post for 2 weeks. They see no results. They stop. But algorithms don't reward excitement. They reward consistency. In 2026, patience will be more valuable than intelligence. Skill stacking, the quiet superpower. You do not need to be the best. You need to be rarely combined. For example, writing plus marketing, video editing plus storytelling, research plus summarization, teaching plus humor, technical knowledge plus communication. Skill stacking creates value that is hard to replace, and replacement is the real enemy. Middle-class trap. Comfort without growth. Many people are not poor. They are comfortable but stuck. They have jobs. They have routines. They have fear. The fear is not failure. The fear is losing stability. But history shows something painful.
Those who wait for certainty usually arrive too late. The solution is not quitting your job. The solution is building quietly while employed. 1 hour a day, 1 project at a time, 1 skill per quarter. This is how silent winners are built. Rich people understand this one truth. The wealthy do not chase money, they chase leverage. Time leverage, skill leverage, media leverage, people leverage. When you earn without capital, you are learning the most important skill of all, how to create value before you demand reward. That mindset alone separates winners from complainers. Psychology. Why this is harder than it sounds. Let's talk about the real enemy. It's not lack of opportunity, it's mental fatigue. Comparison, doubt, distraction, overthinking, fear of judgment. These kill more dreams than poverty ever did. The internet shows highlights. Your life feels ordinary, but progress is ordinary until it becomes extraordinary. Nobody is coming to save you. This is not negative. This is liberating. No government policy, no boss, no platform owes you success. But here's the upside. If nobody owes you success, nobody controls it either. You are free to build, slowly, imperfectly, quietly. What to do in the next 90 days? Here is a practical roadmap. Month 1, choose 1 skill, learn daily, practice publicly. Month 2, offer value for free or cheap, get feedback, improve. Month 3, monetize modestly, build consistency, document your journey. This alone can change your trajectory. A final story, the late starter. A woman starts freelancing at 42. She thinks she's late. By 45, she earns more than she ever did in employment. By 50, she mentors others. The clock didn't matter. The decision did. If you are waiting for money to start, you will wait forever. If you invest your time, focus, and honesty, money will eventually follow. Not because you deserve it, but because you created value. 2026 doesn't belong to the richest. It belongs to the most adaptable. So here's the real question. Will you keep consuming other people's success stories, or will you start building your own, one small step at a time? If this message gave you clarity, like it so more people can find it, share it with someone who needs direction, and subscribe for honest conversations about building a better life without excuses. Your future is listening.